Ladies and gentlemen, we're back for the 5th final. We've already had 2 cloth finals and 2 foam finals, but this is the last of the cloth finals in the women's division. GB will be facing Austria. It's currently 1 apiece in those finals. Both taken a gold home, both taken a silver. All up for grabs in this one.
Absolutely, and like Glenn mentioned, some of these players have already faced off against each other, potentially even earlier today. Great Britain and Austria played each other with the mixed cloth final gold medal, as well as the men's cloth gold medal games, each taken 1. So now it comes down to a bit of a tiebreaker for these countries in the gold medal matches.
Exactly that, not just that gold medal and trophy on the line, but plenty of pride and putting your name down in the history books. This is the first WDBF World Championships where cloth is introduced and mixed also, but obviously this game that we have here for you is women's GB versus Austria, all to play for.
Yes, and although this might be the first time they are facing off against each other on the WDBF World stage, these teams are no strangers. They play each other quite often in the Euro circuit, correct, Greg?
Indeed, maybe not under the name of GB, but certainly Northern Ireland, England, Wales and Scotland have played Austria many a times. Under the European Dodgeball Federation, Austria are unbeaten since 2016.
That is remarkable. What a streak for these Austrian women. I've had a chance to watch them a number of times in this tournament, and I do understand how they are the defending gold medalists in Europe. They are a well-oiled machine, trained, they know each other well, they are confident. GB is going to have quite the match ahead of them.
Number 48, Shannon Smith.
That lineup being announced: Shannon Smith,
number
the
44,
first of 6.
Gintere Dalkintite.
Dalkintite.
Number 33, Hannah Turkington.
Anna Turkington from Northern Ireland.
Number 40, Megan White.
Meg White, who we saw earlier in that mixed category.
Number 12, Karen Pickering.
Another name that we've seen plenty of in this tournament.
Imi Sharp.
And Imi also, that top left winger that we've seen. We know how aggressive she can be.
Number 18, Lisa Lichfried. Number 77, Eva Koenig.
Koenig and Lichfried to start
19,
under Austria.
Magdalena Metzler.
Metzler also in that
Number
starting
9,
6.
Katty Weber.
Katty Weber.
Number 15, Katty Rassinger.
Katty Rassinger.
And number 29, Nicole Kremser.
And the name to finish off that Austrian starting 6, Kremser.
Yes, and as Greg mentioned before, this Great Britain team is kind of a Great Britain super team. It has players made up from Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and the United Kingdom, correct?
England. United Kingdom. It's a bit of a weird one. We like to make things complicated with geography. United Kingdom does have England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. It's a weird one. Let's leave politics. It's like loads of different. Yeah, it's a weird one. Sometimes it's United Kingdom, sometimes it's Great Britain. It depends what country is included. But GB, Great Britain.
GB, let's just go with GB. GB super team, all the Queens men and all the Queens players on the court here today. The Queen's finest ahead of us. Unless Austria also has a queen. But regardless, exciting match ahead of us. As mentioned, both of these teams made it here to the gold medal games, knocking out several other teams along the way. I do believe they are both undefeated throughout this tournament.
Indeed. Both, like you said, undefeated. Austria maybe had some shakier games along the way. I believe they only just beat Australia in the groups by 2 sets. So very close over that 40-minute match.
And if this is your first time tuning in today, these are 20-minute halves, 3-minute sets. If you're unfamiliar with the cloth rules, I'll do my best to explain along the way, but what a player has to do is in each set of 3 minutes, they either have to take out every member on the other side of the team out, or have more players left on their side at the end of 3 minutes than the other side in order to gain the 2 set points that are available at each set.
Correct.
If you are watching on Twitch, we do have predictions up if you'd like to share your input on who you think is likely going to win this upcoming gold medal game.
Yeah, and those predictions will stop as the starting whistle goes. That Austrian boombox has finally made an appearance. A mental edge, maybe.
Who you're hearing there is the head ref.
So starting whistle underway, 40 minutes separates these two from maybe another gold medal or another silver. But a good start for GB, taking out Kolnig, the Austrian women's captain. But single from Lisa Lightfried to try and counteract that.
Does look like we will be updating the time. Understand your guys' clocks are not moving at home. We will get that updated in just one moment.
The timer has in fact started for the players. I just think a bit of a malfunction. 1 minute 45 left in this first set. Dalcandite with a single, just trying to warm up her arm there.
Nice hit by GB, number 9, Katrin Weber, stepping off for Austria.
Yeah. That call from GB to release 2, so early advantage for GB, 1 player up, but 2 balls released from Austria, but they don't find a target to try and draw up that set.
There is a neutral zone with the cloth ball type, so you are seeing these players cross that middle line. They are able to throw all the way up until that first yellow line, making it a much closer target.
Shannon Smith just hit on the shoulder. It's that area that you're looking for, just to make sure that that player isn't going for that single catch. Yep, number 19 is Metzler.
Leachfried pushing all the way up, finding her target. She has got quite the arm on her.
Yeah, and like you said, that larger neutral zone just offers that player the extra bit of space. Metzler taken out, and a 2 ball from Austria, but they don't find the target. Kremser's ball tries to come in late.
So that is the 3-minute set. Each team did have 3 players left on the court, so each here will get 1 point. That is another difference between the cloth rules and the foam rules. There is a potential tie with these 3-minute sets.
Just a quick little pause there just to make sure those timers are correct for you people at home. Those live Twitch odds almost 50-50. But Kolnig taken out early on in the set. Oh, and Lisa Littfried nearly goes solo and takes the catch, just bobbles out of her. Katie Weber taken out in the same play. GB up 2. Make that 3 in that early on in the set. Make it 4.
2 players left in for Austria, number 15, Rassinger, and number 29, Kremser. Kremser just getting hit out.
Yeah, so now Kati Rassinger, a 1v5.
And Great Britain does take the set, making quick work of that. 3 minutes. Restarting the clock. Score is 1-3 Great Britain.
Yep, that set just over 1 minute. GB now up 3 set points to 1.
Austria on the attack, and they do find 2 targets right off the bat.
Yeah, really nice from them. That great accurate throwing, plenty of power behind the arm.
Number 18, Littfried, really showing her strength here. She has experienced cloth player, as we understand, and has the ability to throw some of these balls 93 kilometers an hour. That is incredible.
Very quick indeed, and as we talk about the power of that, Pickering does tread on that back line, so she is taking out Austria with the lead in this set. As Meltzer on that back line, and Hannah Turkington also to the outbox. A 1-for-1 in that trade.
Megan White, last player left in for GB against 3 Austrian players. 1:40 left in the set. She's got a bit of a tall order ahead of her if she's going to take this 2 points.
Nikki Kremser just deciding to dodge out the way of that one instead of go for it. Smart decision, you're a 3-on-1. Katie Webers. And a back line for GB again.
Yeah, so these are hard lines. What that means, if a player does step over one of the back lines or even over one of the neutral zone lines on the opposite side, they are out. We have seen that mistake happen a couple times here in the gold medal games.
Indeed. Austria now come forward with the 3. Single ball released. But Shannon Smith fires that single ball straight back in the direction of Austria. They'll be on that aggressive play, but only a single ball released. Plenty of single balls, as you see in those 3 minutes. It's normally about 1.5 to 2 minutes of slow dodgeball until things really start picking up the speed. You're obviously trying to beat players up as that timer ends or eliminate all the players. And Nikki Kremser with a catch. Takes out Sharp. Really nice dodgeball from her on that wing there.
All 6 Austrian players still on the court, looking for a team throw to to take out another GB. Oh, and it's a catch for Great Britain's number 48, Smith.
Yep, Koenig caught up in that one there. Not quite found the rhythm she's after in this, as she's been taken out very early on in a lot of those sets. And a quick track back from Karen Picker in to avoid those single balls, especially when you're high up into that neutral zone. Single ball from Kathi Weber in the middle.
Austrian fans cheering on their team from the stands, wanting to see some action. And there's a couple of outs on each side.
Yep. Light free going for the catch, but Meg White obviously tries to block it. That ball's still live after the block and does then hit her. It's always nice to see Twitch chat getting along and making sure that everyone somewhat knows the rules and how cloth and foam originate. So 1 for 1.
Refs conferring on that one, stopping the clock. One other big rule set difference between foam and cloth is that hands are safe if you are going to block a ball and it hits your fingers. That is not considered an out with cloth, where that is considered an out with foam. So that is also a bit of a change up if you are watching cloth for the first time and seeing some of these blocks. These have been clean blocks that you're seeing across the board.
Indeed. Rassinger, I think, goes aggressive on that because she goes for that flick, because obviously there's only a couple of seconds left on that clock.
So another 2 points going to Great Britain, bringing the score 3-5 in Great Britain's favor.
People talking about the grips. I guess there's many ways to grip that cloth dodgeball, with either thumb on the valve, fingers on the stitches, thumb on the sticker, fingers on the stitches, and very different, but a sub now has been made. Koenig is subbed off for the Austrian number 12, Bomb. The aggressive ball from GB does not find a target this time around.
Surprised Great Britain didn't go for that bounce back catch.
Yeah, sometimes it's that big risk that you're after. It is going to bring that player back in. But when the Austrian women are so high up, Shannon Smith with the catch. That Northern Ireland background, you know what they're like. They like to make those catches, and Shannon Smith, one of those, that single ball fired into her. But Kathi Weber picks up that catch. Dalcan Dite not quite found her rhythm in this game. She's been on that wing trying to fire the aggressive single balls. Kathi Weber does not find that single ball, however, and is heading to the outbox. Just a reset for Austria. Now they have 4. We know they like to play super aggressive. Does appear to be a slight technical issue with the clock, I believe, but Hannah Turkington does find the catch.
There is less than 1 minute left in the set. We are taking a timeout, I do believe, to work on the clock. So
always nice to hear some childhood dodgeball stories, even if they are using tennis balls. I can imagine there might have been a fair few injuries along the way in that one.
I would imagine a bruise or two. So it does look like the refs are conferring about a catch that was on Great Britain's side, saying that an Austrian player did not step off on that catch, so calling one out. That does bring the player count 5-3 in favor of Great Britain with less than a minute or 45 seconds left on the set clock.
That catch from Shannon Smith earlier on did bring back in Dal Candite.
What you might be hearing in the background is some music being played by the Austrian fans to pump up their team. They are a loud and cheerful bunch that want to let their team know they are supported. While we have a moment, we will let you know about the Beercade Player of the Match. If this is your first time tuning into the World Dodgeball stage here over the last several days, Greg and I will be choosing 2 players from each side of the court that we think has done an outstanding job in the first half, and we'll be putting up a poll in the second half of the game for you to vote at home on who you think the Beercade Player of the Match should be. The winner of the poll we'll be hearing from after the game, so please let us know now who you'd like to hear from.
A 3-ball attack coming in from Austria, but only the single ball released.
Player count is 4v4. Less than 30 seconds left on the set clock.
That timer just ticking down. Both teams currently even, and that means both teams will take 1 set point.
That does mean our score will come 4-6 in favor of Great Britain. This is just a 1 set difference. For those watching at home, 1 set is worth 2 points, so this is a very close ball game that we have in front of us at the moment.
That set was a draw, so it should actually be 6-4. The refs having a quick discussion there.
Does look like the score was updated, 4-6 in favor of Great Britain. Both teams lined up. 6.5 minutes left in the first half.
That game getting back underway.
Austria doing a good job getting that center ball. But Great Britain grabbing a catch right off the bat.
GB definitely taken a lot more catches in this game so far. Obviously, we've had close to 14 minutes of that first half. The second half still to come. But the score currently 6-4 in favour of GB. And Kathy Rasinger hit out there. When you've released that single ball, you've got to be quick at tracking back.
All 6 GB players still in. Looking to close the set to tie things up.
Val Candite just getting hit out there.
GB with 2 balls, needing to throw. Austria doing a good job of staying alive. However, they do have less players on the court with just over a minute left in the set. So they will need to make some quick moves here. Two players left in for Austria. GB with 5. 45 seconds left on the set clock. All GB needs to do now is run the clock.
Yeah.
And they will get the 2 set points.
That super defensive that we'll see probably one single ball, but they try to play aggressive. GB playing very, very well in this game so far.
Austria with 4 balls, looking for a team attack. Getting 1 hit, but 5 seconds left on in the set. And Great Britain takes the 2 points for that set, bringing the score 4-8.
Yeah, a timeout called from the side of Austria. Like you said, that score 8-4. And that replay there, just of GB taking out Austria's player.
Really solid work by Great Britain here in the first half, coming out strong, getting a point lead. Kind of putting Austria back on their heels a bit.
Indeed, it's that mental edge that GB have started to get. Playing very good together as a team. As far as I'm aware, that is how you pronounce Dal Candite.
Da Candite. Am I
Dal
saying it right?
Candite?
Da Candite? Dal Candite? We'll say it all the different ways, and maybe one time we'll get it right. All right, just over 3 minutes left in the first half. Austria looking to get a couple more set points to bring things closer to GB's 4-point lead.
Yeah, Katy Weber there hit out. She goes for that single ball, but Shannon Smith also hit out in that same volley. The ball looking to roll back. Nikki Kremser just applies that press so they can pick that second ball up. And although Lisa Liefried is hit out there, Austria do have 4 balls. Karen Pickering hit out, and as Meg White looks to hunt for a ball, her eyes are slightly distracted. Austria do take advantage of that, but 5 balls now in the hands of GB.
Good work by Austria. Couple team throws, taking out a few GB players and staying alive on the 5-ball attack. Austria with player advantage for the first time in a little while, looking to close this out.
Yeah, Hannah Turkington, after she's got hit, that hands go up just to make sure that the other team are aware that she is out in that play. Good catch there from McCloskey, who's been subbed on for this set. And Austria really struggling to get any momentum in this game. They've not been taking a lot of single ball catches.
No, they have not, and now we are back to an even player count, but another catch by GB and a catch by Austria.
And as we say that, play 2 now been called, and they will have to throw. Kremser just holds them up just because she didn't quite hear the call.
Austria with 4 players in, Great Britain with 1, 25 seconds left on the set clock, and Austria closes it out, taking 2 set points, closing this gap 6-8. They were well within reach here to being tied up. Since we have less than a minute left on the game clock, we will have a 90-second set before going into the half.
Yeah, just to clear up of that rule on McCloskey, the ball does come out of her hand, so what we used to call a fumble, and you would be out for that, but because she secures it before the ball is dead, you're still in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ball is still alive, and then ball was secured.
The single ball in, no target found, but they did lose Shannon Smith early on in the set. Himmy Sharp just gasped at that one because Lisa Liefried does nearly pick up that catch.
And a hit by Austria, bringing the player count.
No, I think she actually dodges under that. It's that matrix style dodge from Hannah Turkington. Doesn't land on the greatest. I think she's holding her back a little.
Yeah, looks like she may have hurt herself slightly, but she is still in, bringing the player count 3-5 in favor of Great Britain. Less than 20 seconds left on the set clock.
Up by 1. Hannah Turkington just with the dodge. Katy Weber has to hit the target.
And
she does! What a
Wow.
last second set comeback from Katy Weber.
Good work by Austria to at least bring in the player count 3-3, which means that is a tie. Each team will get 1 point, bringing the score 7-9. We are still within just 1 set of tying this game. Great work by both teams here in the first half of the gold medal games here at the WDBF World Championships for the women's cloth division. Such experienced players really putting up a great show for us.
Yeah, both teams playing really smart dodgeball, both counteracting each other, really looking for the other team's weaknesses. That break between the half is 5 minutes. Another slight rule change under the WDBF rule set. When we play under the European rule set, we play 2 15-minute halves with a 3-minute gap timer.
So more dodgeball, but also a little bit longer of a break to breathe.
Exactly. You also get that extra timeout. Both teams get 2 timeouts per game, 1 per half.
We'll have another 20 minutes put up on the clock here for the second half. Still a lot more dodgeball to come. It's plenty of time for either team to pull ahead. But right now we really do have a nail biter.
Both teams in their huddles. Coaches talking, just making sure all players are on that same page, making sure that those final 20 minutes, all players are playing smart dodgeball and making sure they're taking their outs and going for those single ball catches. We've seen plenty in this game so far. Shannon Smith, notably from GB, taking those single ball catches. Katy Weber and Kremser both taking a fair amount of catches.
Yes, and do stay tuned. Following this game, we will have our 6th and final gold medal match, women's foam, Canada versus Hong Kong. Expect it to be another exciting one. So I hope you've all stayed tuned all day. And we got another half coming up for you. All right, both teams lined up.
Austria have made no subs going into that second half. GB have made 1. Hannah Turkington subbed off for Beth Redmond. Maybe Turkington just picking up that back injury that we saw earlier when she landed on her back. And there you go. Lisa Lightfried takes that single ball catch in the neutral zone from Smith. Meg White taken out in that instance. Austria still with 6. They think they've taken the hit on Emmy Sharp, but refs do not call her out in that instance. And obviously here at Dodgeball Europe World Championships, the referee's decision is final. Beth Redmond doesn't find that catch.
Team pro by Great Britain finding the mark. Looks like it may have been a toe shot the ref is calling.
Yeah, the block down into her feet, and obviously when that ball is still live, it can still take you out, but can still also be caught.
Good dodge by Great Britain, staying alive. 3 players still in for GB, 4 for Austria.
Katy Ratzinger taken out there, so GB have now equalled that up. The 3 balls marching forward on that GB side. Bomb just deciding not to throw. They'll reset with that 3 instead and decide to play that single ball. this time they don't throw single balls, they throw the two, they take out Sarah McCloskey.
And GB also finds a target, but so does Austria, bringing it 2v1 in favor of Austria. Again, Austria needs this set in order to tie this game with GB.
That play ball on Karen Pickering now. One ball again on Karen Pickering. You can't be throwing that single ball against Karen Pickering though, because she will try and take that catch. Austria play that timer out, they play that set timer out.
So 2 points does go to Austria, making this a tied game here for the gold medal match. Just over 17 minutes left in the second half, and again, this is for everything. Everything is on the line for these teams. Gold medal to be taken home.
Indeed. Both teams already picked up 1 gold already in cloth. Meg White hit out there also. McCloskey picks up that ball that Meg White has placed onto the ground. Kati Rasinger hit out on there as she attempts to go for that diving catch. And Kati Weber drops to the knees, takes the catch. That's what you love to see from the side of Austria. Now back with 6.
Yes, Weber has done such a great job of baiting those catches and closing them.
Nikki Kremser doesn't pick that catch up in the neutral zone, and Karen Pickering is also taken out. That ball taken out on the head, and McCloskey drops low, but the ball hits her knee, darting off into the net.
GB on the attack. Or excuse me, Austria on the attack. Austria is looking to take their first lead of this game.
But a single ball released from that side of Austria, and they'll stroll to the back of the court. No super aggressive running counter from that side of GB. But there will be an Austrian running counter this time around.
One minute left in the set clock. Number 8 for Great Britain, Sharp, has got a tall order ahead of her to try to bring the player count to at least even. And she gets a catch, but also calls herself out.
Yep, Imi Sharp with that single ball catch. Obviously falling on that back line does bring Meg White back in. 30 seconds left on the clock. That single ball just above the head of Meg White there. And the third ball will be picked up by ball retriever Sebastian Grill.
And she is looking for a catch. Megan White is looking for a catch to even up the player count, or actually that would put Great Britain in favor.
Play 2 will be called. Oh, and Lisa Lightfree at centre court.
Timeout called. Timeout called by Great Britain. Austria is taking the lead for the first time in this game. Score 9-11 in Austria's favor. Does make sense that Great Britain is calling a timeout right now to try to reassess the situation and gain control back in this game. They did such a great job in the first half, controlling momentum, controlling the speed of the game, but Austria just scrapped their way back and have now taken the lead.
That 1 minute timeout that GB have called, just try to stop any momentum that Austria are on. Obviously now up 11-9. Will we see that same aggressive play that they've been trying to do, or will we start seeing a defensive side from Austria? Well, 13 minutes 28 left on that second half clock, and we're about to find out.
We are.
And Ellie Manns now on that wing, next to Sarah McCluskey. And McCluskey can't find that single ball catch. Ellie Mann tries to put the pressure on, but they'll reset with 4. And Austria dodge that aggressive attack from GB. Beth Redmond taken out. She can't quite find the catching rhythm that she's had in this tournament. Those single balls normally coming into Beth Redmond. She likes to pick those up.
Oh man, and beautiful
Lisa
work by
Lively.
Leachfried. She is just taking over in the left wing, hitting a target, dodging a ball, staying alive. All 6 Austrian players still on the court.
Yeah, obviously last time we saw her in that set. But this time, Meg White takes the half-court shot.
Leachfried maybe got a little too confident in the last 30 seconds. Megan White taking it back.
Yep, sometimes that overconfidence can be your despise. Oh, and Nikki Kremser with a catch on that wing. Now only Meg White left in. A double running counter. And Meg White goes low to try and secure the one, but she can't quite get hands on it.
Good work by Austria, taking another 2 points, bringing our score 13-9, just over 11 minutes left in the second half of these gold medal games.
If you could ever watch a game back that shows how dominant the women can be and a great display of dodgeball, I think it might be this one. Austria,
Absolutely.
13-9 up.
Oh, and that is a
hit.
double.
Meg White hit for that single.
Nice hit by Lisa Leachfried. And another hit by Leachfried. She is gaining her confidence back in that right arm.
We've had 2 subs from the side of GB in this set. Darcy and Storch join that starting 6. Imi Sharp hit out with that double. Austria playing some really good dodgeball. Kathy Rassinger can't quite find the block as that deflection does end up hitting her out.
And Kremser and Metzler finish the game, giving another 2 points to Austria, bringing the score 9-15. Austria does seem to be running with it at this point.
And they do. They found that momentum in the second half. It's that team cohesion that they've really started to find. Another sub been made for Austria. Buda comes in the middle. Lottie Millington also subbed on for GB.
Beautiful catch by Austria, number 29, Kremser. They are just feeling it now. Nice hit by Great Britain, bringing the player count 5-4.
That Beercade player of the match will be live any second now, just as they're inputted in. Nikki Kremser taking every catch, every ball that comes her way. Takes out Lottie Millington, obviously hit out in that same play, and Ellie Mann's hit out by the single ball. Katy Weber has to track back.
GB with 4 balls right now. Let's see if they can do a double throw, and they find a target. Leekfried stepping off the court.
And the double running counter from GB, not a successful one. 2 players down, 1:13 left on the clock.
Seven and a half minutes left in the second half. Austria pushing the line, pushing momentum, looking to find the last target, and they do. Another 2 points awarded to Austria, bringing the score 9. Oh, excuse me. There's one player left on the court.
Yeah. Storch still left in for GB.
Poor
under the
angle
European,
on my behalf.
after that European rule set. And an invalid there as it hits Sebastian Grill.
Now the 2 points go to Austria.
Yeah.
Apologies for the preemptive score.
Storch plays under the Wales Dragons in the European rule set. But here at Worlds, the team she plays for is GB. Obviously that amalgamation of Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland and England. 8 set points behind. 6 minutes 52 on the clock.
We do have 6 dedicated refs to this game to have as many eyes as possible, making sure that each and every call is clear and not contested. Thank you to all the refs who have been volunteering their time over the last 5 days. It has been quite the tournament.
Yeah. A good comeback from Austria in this game. They were 9-5 down. Now the score 15-9. 6 minutes 17-9. 6 minutes 52 left on the clock.
Oh, and there's a bit of a tug of war in the middle for that center ball. Austria did end up with it.
Darcy with that single ball on the wing. But Lisa Lightfried with that split dodge that we've seen her do a couple of times in this game. But Austria are really starting to play the defensive now. They've just got to last every 3 minutes set out.
Yeah, there is no reason for them to rush anything. They can try to run the clock as much as possible since they do have a pretty significant lead. They also have been quite accurate in this game, even with their single ball throws, finding their target very often. And that is a catch, bouncing off one of her players, getting that ricochet catch. Number 8, Emmy Shaw from GB.
Now Austria are on the back foot in this set. Darcy just blocking that ball into her foot. Katy Weber does call it, but refs do make that final decision. Not always the best thing that when they start to call their outs. Bomb just hitting the face a little. That Beercade player of the match now available.
One player still in for GB, number 8, Emmy Sharp. She's really had an incredible game.
And that ball high and wide. Just a single ball. And a single ball fired back from Emmy Sharp. Kathi Weber does find the block. Austria not on that super aggressive running counter that has really turned that game around for them.
10 seconds left in the set clock. It does look like the refs are conferring if that was an out. And they're calling the out, so the 2 points does go to Austria.
Yeah. Just those cloth results from earlier on in the day. Mixed foam was picked up by Austria.
Mixed cloth, you mean?
Sorry, mixed cloth was picked up by Austria. Men's cloth picked up by GB.
Correct.
Kathi Weber ends up taking that BK Player of the Match. Interviews after the match will follow.
Just under 3.5 minutes left in the second half.
Ball pops up and that is a catch. So Darcy does then head to the out box for that. Ellie Mans with that aggressive.
Austrian fans already celebrating in the stands. Lacking some clothing perhaps, but they are celebrating.
McCluskey hit out, taking out Budo in the same process. 10 set points behind. Mathematically almost impossible.
Correct, and you can tell that the Austrian fans recognize that their ladies are just 2.5 minutes from gaining gold here at the first ever WDBF World Championships Women's Cloth Division. Double team throw by Austria, still very accurate.
Yeah, 1 minute 15 left on the clock. All Austria have to do is last that 25 seconds. That will then start the final set. And Storch is hit out, but Emmy Sharp takes out Lisa Lightfried. A 1v3 creeping up the court. Yeah, Emmy Sharp, the only player. One minute 30 left on the clock. That final whistle. So that ball nearly picked up by Seebach there as Austria changed their lineup to get All players game time. Ellie Mans doesn't take the catch. The ball taken out. Darcy with that single ball attack on that right side.
Final minute of the final set.
So GB are up 2 players in this set. It's the final set. Austria 21-9 up. They have won this game, but they will play out the final set.
GB finds a target.
And Beth Redmond with the aggressive ball. And a 4-on-1 to finish the set.
And she gets
and the
a
ball
catch.
picked up. Austria just showing what they've done in this game. The 5-second countdown, our final claw final for the day. And there it is, Austria women's world champions.
What a fantastic show by the Austrian women. They clawed their way back after being down in the first half, taking a very dominant lead in the second half, showing why they are such defending champions in Europe. Very impressive play by both teams. Incredible athletes on both sides of the court.
And GB have to be proud of their efforts on how far they've come. They've displayed a great display of dodgeball throughout this tournament. This time, just falling short of that gold medal against the Austrian Eagles. Austria take 2 gold medals home, 1 in the mixed and 1 in the women's. GB take home that men's gold.
And in just a few moments, Jake Mason will be doing player interviews with one player from each of these amazing teams. Do stay tuned to hear from our player of the match. Next up is the women's foam gold medal match, Canada versus Hong Kong. So stay tuned for even more amazing and exciting dodgeball here in Edmonton, Canada.
Okay, Megan White here, Great Britain team, an amazing game. Literally, I just said, save your thoughts for the camera so you can share them. What's on your mind?
Obviously a little bit disappointed that we lost, but if we had to, you know, we left our hearts and souls on that court. Absolutely fantastic game, and the Austrian girls just pulled away in that second half. So, you know, we go again next time.
Now, Great Britain versus Austria. This is, I think, the first we've ever seen of that. No, I'm kidding. It's been a lot of that today. Have you played have you had this kind of experience? I know you play against each other at Euros often.
Yes. So at the European Championships, we have played each other a couple of times, but that's when we played for our different home nations. So this is the first time we've come together as GB. It's been so exciting and such a privilege to play with these amazing women. And yeah, really excited that it was such a great game. And yeah, we know what we need to work on, and hopefully next time we'll smash it.
Amazing. Besides, obviously, there's this game. Anything that stands out from this event this week in the top of your head? I mean, there's probably so much, right?
It's probably been the best dodgeball event of my life. Like, I've been playing this for about 10 years now, and just this event has been out of this world. So thank you so much to Dodgeball Canada and to everyone who's put so much into it. And just the quality of dodgeball we've seen from the different teams, like USA, Australia, Canada, like, they were insane. The talent there is immense, and I'm just really excited to see how the game progresses even more.
That's amazing. Yeah, it has been. I keep saying this. It's been just the talent everywhere. The competition is strong. You did an amazing job. Congratulations on your silver medal. Megan White, thank you so much. Say goodbye. And then we have, come here and introduce your smiling gold medal winning face of the world.
Hello, thank you. Kathy Weber.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so much relief because the last World Championships were 4 years ago, and last time the girls were better than us, and so we worked really hard, and we're looking so much forward to this, and it's just a big relief.
How has your experience been as a whole this time compared to your last World Championship experience?
Well, it was way better organized, I have to say, and it made it much easier for us players because last time we had so many games, and this time we could really focus on playing the way it was organized, and that helped a lot.
Nice. And then I know this was a really good match, but is there anything else from this week, any other teams that stood out and got your attention this week?
Well, I have to say that the Team USA was better than expected.
Oh, us?
Much better. Like, they gave us a really tough time in the mixed game, in the men's game, so they did really well.
Amazing. So you are now our gold medal champ. And any other thoughts and feelings or things you want to say to everyone watching at home?
Well, thanks for watching us, especially at this time of the day. Like, thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Congratulations, our new gold medal champs, Austria! And I'm losing my voice, as we all are, and we should, because we're just screaming watching these matches. And luckily, we only have one more. Unlucky and lucky, we only have one more match coming up. And I think this is going to be insane. Canada versus Hong Kong. Stay tuned. We have about 10 minutes before you're going to see some of the most epic dodgeball you've ever seen in this gold medal match. Thank you.